Hi guys, I'm going to start reading chapter 4, Me and Emma and Nancy Drew. The next afternoon, Jessalyn was playing upstairs with our bedroom door slammed shut, playing a sappy Elvis song on her record player. I plopped down in a kitchen chair to watch our cook, Emma, fixing supper, same as she's done almost every single day since I was born. She poured sweet tea into a tall jelly glass full of ice cubes. She sat next to me and stirred milk and 2 spoons of sugar into the coffee in her plain white cup. When she handed me my tea, I pressed our palms together. "Look here, Emma," I said. "My hand is the same as yours." She shook her head and laughed. "Glory, sweetie, our hands aren't a thing alike. But they match up pretty good." I looked at our hands together. Emma was right, they were different. Mine were getting nearly as big as Emma's. Her hands were the color of coffee. Mine were white as Wonder Bread. Still, Emma and me, we fit together like that praying hands statue over at Daddy's church. When Emma pulled our hands apart, she slid a postcard across the kitchen table. "I saved you this to mark the place where we stopped reading our Nancy Drew book." She said, "Came from one of your dad's church people. Says here on the back that they were visiting in Tennessee." "See Rock City?" I read out loud. "Maybe someday I'll see Rock City," I told Emma. Right now, I could count on one hand the places that Jessalyn and me had been. "This postcard's nice. I'm putting it in my junk poker box," I whispered, and then I smiled at Emma. "To bet with." Don't let me hear you talking about betting, Glory. Your daddy, Brother Joe, will skin you alive if he catches you and your sister playing that junk poker game. And betting, that goes against your daddy's church teaching." Emma stood up, opened the icebox, and put the fried chicken inside for later. Ever since our mama died, before I could hardly remember, Emma had been worrying over Jessalyn and me. "Eat your green beans. Stay inside where the shades are pulled when it's hot. Watch crossing that street." Mostly I paid attention and did what Emma said. But when it came to junk poker, that was different. I tucked the postcard into our Nancy Drew book to save for my next card game with Jessalyn. To get Emma's attention into something else, I said, "Guess what, Emma? I met a new girl at the library. Her name is Laura, and she's from up north. She drank out of the wrong water fountain over at the courthouse. I told her not to, but she would not listen." Emma didn't answer. She was listening, though. "I reckon she'll be my friend. She doesn't talk much, and when she does, she talks funny because she's a Yankee. Miss Bloom says that her mama's here being a nurse. You heard of a place out there on the highway called some Freedom Clinic thing?" Emma shook her head. She still wasn't talking. So I started on something else. At least her mind was off my junk poker game. My junk poker postcard. "Frankie says the pool is going to close," I told Emma. "He says it's a secret. Claims there's cracks that need fixing or a broken fence. Do you think there's cracks in our swimming pool?" I could see Emma's jaw twitching. She was trying hard not to say something. She stood at the sink washing her coffee cup over and over, like the Queen of Sheba might be coming over to our house for a tea party. When Emma finally turned around, I stood up and I crossed my arms across my chest. "What?" I stuck my chin out. "Are you mad at me?" I asked her. Emma reached out and put her arm around my shoulders. "I know about that clinic." Her voice was soft and low. "And I doubt your swimming pool has half the cracks as some pools I know about. But you stay clear of all of that. Don't be worrying about what you can't fix, Glory, honey," she said. I grabbed our Nancy Drew book and stormed off.